Hi there. Um, I just wanted to do a short video about my voice because I'm sure that the problem is quite obvious, and so I just wanted to explain what it is. Um, when I was 22, suddenly I woke up one day and my words wouldn't form properly in my throat. Um, and I had had fluent speech for my whole life. But something occurred, and it took me at least 10 years, I think, to find out what it was. When I moved to Texas, they were doing a research program, and they actually advertised about it on television. And I had no idea. I just knew it was a big problem, and it was a big problem for me. So I went there and said, I don't know if I have what you are researching, but if you could help me figure out what it is, it would be very helpful. So it turned out that it was exactly what they were researching. It's called spasmodic dysphonia, and there are two forms of it. There's it's the muscles in the vocal cords, the muscles that control your voice. And the two forms are adductor and abductor. And the abductor variety, the vocal cord spasm open, and in the adductor, which is what I have, although I might have mixed, but primarily it's the adductor, which is where they spasm shut and the air doesn't get past your vocal cords. So that's what happens in the middle of a word. And the more, of course, that I try not to have it happen, the more it happens. And if I'm stressed, nervous, tired, sick, it's worse. So it doesn't follow any pattern. It is a neurological, nervous system problem. They had found out during the study that I participated in that I think it was 87% of the people had a lesion in the brain, and they also think that it has something to do with the basal ganglia. But in my case, and it was more than, I guess it was 88% of the cases, they could see a lesion on an MRI. But in 12%, which I fell into, they couldn't see a lesion. However, it is connected to other dystonias, and I do have other dystonias. I have a neck dystonia, and I have just these little like, it's like nerve twitching. It's like little muscle twitching, different places, very minor, and it doesn't usually last too long. It might go on for a couple of days or a week, but it's called benign fasciculations. But it's a dystonia, and they're all related. So I had botulinum toxins for my neck, which really helped tremendously, and it's almost completely that, and finding the right pillow has helped a huge amount. So I don't have that problem as much as I did, but I did not go get the Botox shots for the vocal cords. For one thing, they're really expensive. For another thing, I had already decided I just wasn't going to worry about it. The neck thing was a problem because it was kind of keeping me from being able to drive and be independent. The voice thing, you know, I got to push through. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to let something stop me. And I'm not going to let it stop me making the videos. It might stop you from watching them. I'm not sure. I hope not, but it might. I understand if it does, if you can't stand it. And also it makes me slower. I'm more of a writer anyway, so when I talk like I'm writing, like I would write. So, and you can go back and edit when you're writing, when you're orating. It's there. It's what it is. And you can go back and edit it to a certain extent, but that gets real tedious. So that's the story of The Voice. Just so you know, it's just another challenge in life. Um, and, you know, I'm going to make the videos, so I hope somebody will still listen anyway. Um, God bless you and your families, and may Jesus Christ come back in the air for us very soon. Maranatha. And pray for the peace of Jerusalem. You know, I finally figured out what that meant. The peace of Jerusalem, right? Right? Like the peace, Peace, peace of Jerusalem. Excuse me. When are we going to see that? Well, when we're going to see that is when Jesus gets there. So when he touches back down on the earth, that's when we'll see the peace of Jerusalem. And some things have to happen between now and then. For one thing, he will be coming to take the believers out of the mess of the world and before the wrath of God on the world. So, Maranatha, and pray for the peace of Jerusalem. All right, bye now.